Hello class! Today we're going to talk about bookmarking websites. I know it's the beginning of the year and you have new Chromebooks, and I know you're excited to use them. But remember, these are tools for our education, not toys. So Mrs. Anderson and I would like to go through how to bookmark certain websites with you. Websites that we'll be using quite often, depending on what subject you're in. For me, with social studies and reading, we use a lot of Spelling City, IXL. Mrs. Anderson, on the other hand, with math and science, uses different things like Khan Academy, IXL, BrainPop. So today we're just going to go over bookmarking about 3 different websites in order to get started. We continue to bookmark more websites as we go, but let's get started with a few. Now, we've already taught you how to log on to your computers using your email and password. Remember, up here with mail will be your email. You will be receiving quite a bit of different things throughout the year through your email, so make sure you're aware of that. Another choice, we could always go here and go to mail if this one happens to not show up, but it should always be there. Okay, now to get bookmarking to some websites. The first one we're going to do is IXL. This one we're going to use quite a bit for math and reading, and especially during center time, you will be on IXL daily, depending on what concepts we're working with. So first, go ahead and put your cursor up here in this long bar with the magnifying glass next to it. Okay, we're going to type in the letters IXL.com. IXL.com. Like I said, this is one we will be using quite a bit. Now, you should be able to hit enter, and this is the screen that you should see. If this is not the screen that you see, you need to raise your hand right now so Mrs. Anderson or I can come around and help you. Okay. Now, the key goal today is bookmarking some of the most common websites that we use. So here's the front page, the home page that we are going to actually bookmark. So, up here is this little star. It says bookmark this page. Okay, yours should not be lit up because we've not done any of these yet. So you need to put your cursor over the star and click one time. Now this little box will come up. We need to adjust what it says in this top box that's highlighted so that we can always know what this is. So go ahead and highlight it all and hit backspace. All I want you to type in for this is IXL. Okay, once you are done typing in that, leave this folder thing alone. I don't want you to mess with that at all. And click done. Now it is bookmarked, so your star should be lit up blue. Okay, now we're going to try another one. I want you to go to Google just to be safe. So a lot of the times Mrs. Anderson and I will say open a new tab. Well, this is kind of what we mean. We want this to show. This is the page we want. If we say open a new tab, we click up here. It would do the same thing as what I kind of done before. These are some of my most frequent sites, but yours will be different. So, Google. The next one we want you to bookmark would be BrainPop. Okay, so we're going to go about it a little bit different this time. Instead of typing it into the search bar on the top, we're going to type it into Google and search it. Okay, so BRAINPOP. All together, you don't need to put a space. You guys might be familiar with this website from other classes, but we would like to get it bookmarked today. So BrainPop, and then we will hit enter. Now this is what you should come up with. Your screen should look very similar, if not the exact same to mine. Okay? So, luckily it's our first one right here. So click it one time, and this is what our home page should look like. This is where you will come. This is the page we want you to bring up when we say, okay, go to your bookmarks and go to BrainPop. So we're going to do the same thing that we had just done on IXL. We are going to click this star up at the top. That little box will pop up. In this case, I'm okay with what it says. All it says in that box is brain pop. If yours does not say that, maybe it'll have something else to describe it, then erase it and type in this, B-R-A-I-N, and then pop, P-O-P. Okay? If it just has this, then you kind of have it easy this time. All you have to do is simply hit done. After you are done with that, your star should be blue. Okay, remember, if you have any questions or your computer's acting up, make sure you raise your hand now so Mrs. Anderson and I can come around and help you. Okay. One more website I would like you to get on is going to be Spelling City. We use this one almost daily to practice our spelling words and practice their meanings. Okay, so if we're done with this, if your star is blue, you may X out of it. You should have an open Google. If not, open one at the top using this one and close out of your brain pop one. Okay, the last one we're going to do today is spelling, S-P-E-L-L-I-N-G, space, city. It's just kind of good to get in practice searching things too. Okay, so spelling city. Now, the first thing that comes up here is the definition. This does usually come up if you're typing in 1 or 2 words. We do not want that. We want, right below it, it says spelling city. Go ahead and click that now. Now this one's a little bit different. I do not want you to bookmark this page. I do not want you to bookmark this page because I can get you in further so you don't have to go through finding my website every single time. Okay? So our next step, we're on this page, we need to go to search with a magnifying glass. Then we need to drop down to teachers and parents. Okay? Here is what we need to do next. You need to find my site. My site has the different words and all of our different lists on it. So in this box we need to type K, Ross, so which is R-O-S-S, and the number 5. Okay, K-R-O-S-S, number 5, no spaces. Okay, then hit search. If we're lucky, I'm the only one that pops up. Kendra Ross, Walt Hill Elementary School. That's where we're at. That's where we need to be. Once you're there, go ahead and click on my name, Kendra Ross. Now, this is where I want you to bookmark. This is the page I want you to come to every time I say, okay, go to Spelling City, work on the words for Cheelin purse. Okay? You'll get used to it, I promise. So, this is the page we want to bookmark. We want it to say Kendra Ross's lists and the school and all of our stories and some extra lists that I've created over the years. Okay? So, back up to the star. One click. Now, this is going to come up really long, and we do not want all of that. So I want you to erase it all and start fresh. We want to write spelling. Let's do capital S, P-E-L-L-I-N-G, space, capital C. Remember, capital, you have to hit shift, and then the letter, C-I-T-Y. Once that bar says just Spelling City, go ahead and hit done. Okay? Now, since we're here, our first story this week is Frindle. So go ahead and click on Frindle. Here's our words. You usually get about 25 a week. Now, your part you might enjoy is games. So go ahead and click on games. And we're going to just stick with the free games. Okay, so this is about all the choices you have for this particular lesson for these words. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 15 minutes here, and you may pick any of these games to start practicing your spelling words. Thank you. We will continue to add more bookmarks throughout this week.